Hello and welcome back to Black Belt Gamers. This is Spoofy here. I've played for a little bit, so now I want to go over some of the lance changes and some of the stuff that I've learned after doing quite a few hunts now. First, we're going to set this up to smash for now.
Let's give it a try.
And before we get into the more intricate stuff, first, we got our basic rule of three, got our pokes, and you'll generally be fighting a lot in focus mode just because it's a lot easier to aim all of your shots. But I want to go into some combo paths that might help you, because I am a big advocate for KOing monsters with your lance. So we already have the little boop, you can just bash them with the shield, that does KO. Victory thrust, that does KO. Your guard dash, shields attack, that does KO. And you can kind of combo, because normally if you just let this go, it takes a little while, but you can poke out of it pretty fast. So if you want here, boom, poke back, boom, poke back, boom, poke back. So you can kind of chain it a little bit if you want to get your KOs a little faster. So just an example. There does KO damage too, but so I usually move back out of range, wait for an attack. Now that I got him locked down, now you can just go ham. And it might also be worthwhile in your damage rotation to choose whether you want the triple thrust or the charge counter. We'll get into that quick. So they changed, because it used to be just guard and B was power guard before. Now you have to press A from it like it used to be. So you have your boom and then you go into power guard. So you have to go BA to do power guard. But now you have just charge counter. And it charges, it's pretty slow, but once it's red, boom, you have your timed release, so you get the double thrust like before. But if I'm just holding it and I get hit, you'll counterattack with just a generic high thrust. But if I let it go, there's your double thrust. And as you saw there, it has 3 levels of charge. You can charge it by holding it, so that was level 2, or you can charge it by canceling your attacks into it. So 1, level 1, 1, 2, level 2, 1, 2, 3, level 3. And if you do your 3 poke combo, you can just go straight into it. You don't have to hold guard for it, but you do if you want to do it off of any of your other strings. So you can do level 1, 2, or 3 like that. So there's one shortcut. And another shortcut you have, I think it goes straight to level 2, is off of your little insta-block shield counter. Or it's right off of that. So yeah, you have to do the big wind-up. So you have to do shield counter, press B or circle, payback thrust, and then it goes right into level 2. But you can hold it for level 3. And you also get a slightly more powerful return thrust off of just the standard button press. And then another new one they added, you press both together and you get this retribution thrust, and that goes right into level 2. And you also have some iframes here on your payback thrust or victory thrust if you time it to where the shield attack is happening. But you can play the old kind of just boom, 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 and then just go into counter, let the monster trigger it. So the super safe lance style, you can play that now again. So I like that, they brought that back. I'm assuming evade lance will still be fine. And you also just can keep spamming all your regular attacks. But yeah, the shortcuts are really nice. So I can just do that, payback thrust, and I'm right into that. You can also do your triple thrust right off of that too. But you have to do either the payback thrust, or you have to do the, I can't remember what it's called, retribution thrust. rotation like that. Here. And so it feels so much more satisfying to play Lance because you got that brace counter that's basically been a staple for how Lance can be played if you want the learning, just like that. Just once you see the monsters attacking, boom. Even if you don't get it, it's low risk, which I like for people who are learning. But once you get better at it, then you start getting rewarded. You can just have this insanely high uptime. And they made the window for that charge thrust a lot better. I can let that go way earlier than before. It used to be so restricted. So, but yeah, there I missed it. Look at those damage rotations. Ah, that's just so satisfying. And another playstyle that's going to be pretty much exclusive to Wilds now because of focus mode is you just sidestep kind of monster attacks with your attacks here, boom, boom, so you can kind of work your way around, because monsters can only turn so much, so you just start working your way around. Here, here, guard dash, boom, here, 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 guard dash through, boom, boom, boom. This is kind of similar to my Rise playstyle right here, like that, just kind of. Except you just have all this freedom of motion. Just like looks so fluid, I love it. And Lance is like really good about hitting wounds too. You have a really good access to insta-blocking pretty quick out of your combos and stuff. And if you're more deliberate with your button presses and not so button mashy, it gets to be a lot smoother. Alright, I want to find... Here we go. I need to know... Oops, that was my bad right there. Too early. That's what I wanted right there. Look at that, I hit the wound on the side from there. That's nuts. But yeah, Lance feels super satisfying now. So, but yeah, if that was the one setting I just changed right there. So if you're playing this game, right stick controls your camera. So I'm using the right stick right now. But if you're charging something, you can also use left stick to control your camera. So if I'm using focus here, now my left stick is aiming because my right hand's obviously occupied by pressing the B button. But what I used to do is I'd reach over to the thumbstick with my right hand, so I can aim it with the right stick there, but this is the left stick. So if you want left stick on, just go ahead and put the left stick camera speed to anything above 1. I usually turn it off though, just because I usually able to, once I get it going, because you don't have to hold B. All you have to do once you get the charge going, except for that one, but let's see. I'm going to see if we can shortcut it. Yeah. So if you want, you can always do the other double shortcut. If you want to just hold the R1, then you can aim it with your right stick. So, it all depends on your fidelity with the controls. But yeah, Lance feels amazing now. So much more nuance. You have so many more options. It feels so much smoother. Have access to all the shield play, mobility, KOing. Because usually what I end up doing is a rotation, because a lot of the pokes keep moving you forward. Whoops. That's sprint instead of block. So usually what I end up doing is I do a back step, a side step, and maybe another side step just to kind of inch myself back. So that when I do line up my triple thrust and stuff, I'm not behind the monster's head, right? Here, back step, right? Because otherwise, if I just keep going forward, eventually at some point you'll end up underneath the monster's head and far past the weak spots that you want to be in. So, positioning will matter a lot. Definitely take your time. But Lance is super safe. If you really just want to play the turtle play style, you totally can. You can be highly aggressive and shuffling around the monster with your sidestep attacks. You can play much more kind of nuanced control where you just go basically into your big counter hits here, just do nothing but that. Just sit here, as long as you can aim right and hit the weak spots, you can just resist the whole time. It works great. If you like speed, then just do the quick thrusts. So you can also just go here, 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 hold it for when he hits me. Then you won't ever have to worry about highly aggressive here. Let them trigger your combo every time. You can cancel your triple thrust into that. Just get a quick counter. Boom. Yeah, you have a lot of playstyle options. Exactly. They basically did everything that I wanted them to improve. All the controls feel better. Oh, one move I did not go into. The charge attack. I'm going to turn off the attack with monster here. Well, actually, I'll leave it on for now. It used to be you could do a perfect block and go straight into a charged run, but now I'm assuming you have to do it off power guard. Oh, that just goes into retribution thrust. Okay, so you don't have the shortcuts into the charge attack anymore. It used to be I would just do here, and we could just go right into charge attack. But now we can't, or dash attack. But dash attack, don't sleep on that move. Like, it dishes out damage way faster. I'm assuming like once it gets way later on and we get higher affinity and things like that, it's gonna be really good. But even now, it's still very good. So while you're holding guard, you just press both attack buttons together and you start this dash attack, and it just repeatedly hits. Like, look at this. Look at how fast that is. It's going to burn through sharpness and stamina pretty quick, but right when your stamina's almost gone, then you just do your big thrusting at the end. But yeah, that thing dishes out a lot of damage. It's like slightly less than your regular pokes, but it's just the speed. It's constant. The other cool thing about it is you could probably almost develop an entire playstyle around that, because you can insta-block out of it, which is the other really cool thing. So when you're chasing down monster,
Let's give it a
see if I can time it out here. Let it attack first. Boom. Yeah, we'll just keep on running into it, running into it, running into it. Boom. Yeah, gets the block right out of it. That's also really nice. Just charge up to a monster, and once you get ready to roar. So, lots of cool options. I'm very happy with everything that they changed. Yeah, give Lance a try. It feels fantastic. And as you learn the monsters, you just could be more and more and more and more aggressive. And right now I have paralysis, and then obviously if I play shield play KO, and chaining a KO into a paralysis or paralysis into a KO, just uptype is unbelievable. So give it a shot. You know you'll enjoy it. I greatly enjoy it. I mean, all the weapons feel fantastic, but Lance is my baby. I love this thing. Give it a try. Happy hunting. Peace out.